Thank you for being here, for coming to this space, for coming to your mat. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the people on the mats next to you. But more importantly, it means a lot to you. My name's Jennifer. We have 60 minutes together to take a journey into power. And the theme of this evening's class is time, space, and becoming more aware of whenever we say never, how that word never locks us into a little space that's tight and constricted and like full of knowing and certainty, and keeps us locked out of freedom, joy, fun, curiosity. When we say never, it's like we put a moat around that thing, whatever it is. So we're going to explore time and space on our mats and just listen, like what comes up for you when we're exploring time and space, and listen if the words never, can't, won't, all of those restrictive things, let's listen for them and be aware of them as we practice this evening. Child's pose. The time is now. Create space with your breath. I just heard a huge breath in this room. Yes. Yes. Listen for your breath. Create space in your ribs with your inhale. Space with your exhale. Downward facing dog. This practice takes time. Put space between your toes. Put space between your fingers. And notice the direct relation between time on your mat and space between your toes, your fingers, between stimulus and reaction. Walk your feet to your hands for ragdoll. Lift and spread your 10 toes, and then place them back down. Extended mountain. Lengthen your spine. See the ceiling. And take your hands to heart center. And we'll open the container of this time and space with the sound of 3 ohms. Extended mountain. Make more space between your hands. Fold forward, exhale. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. And plant your hands and come to a high plank. And for the next 30 seconds right here in high plank, be an exploration of the time, the space between your fingers, and if the word never comes up, just notice. Create space with your breath. We're halfway through the time. Breathe in. Lower halfway down, low plank. Good work, everyone. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, let it go. Reset the clock on the time. Inhale. Exhale. Fill up newly. Send your breath away. Look at your thumbs, jump your feet to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Extended mountain, look up. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, breathe in. Vinyasa, high through low. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to take 5 hops from your feet to your wrists and back to downward facing dog. Look forward and jump. And then jump back to down dog. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale out. Look at your thumbs. Leap to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. High to low plank. Fill up, dog. Exhale, down dog. Yeah, breathe in. Breathe out, bend your knees, look at your thumbs, pounce top of your mat. Yeah, halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain, see the wall behind you. Go up and go back. Bow forward, let it go. Good work, everyone. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Up dog. Down dog. Look forward, jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. 30 seconds. Chair pose. The clock has already started. Create space between your hands. Lessen the space between your hips and the floor. Really sit down lower. Squat lower. Breathe in. We're halfway there. Breathe out, hips lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Bow forward, let it go. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1, 30 seconds. First warrior 1. Rise up. Lower your hips as you breathe out. Bend deep into your front thigh. Send your eyes up in between your hands. Create space between your fingers. Halfway there, fill up, breathe. Hips lower, breathe out. Breathe in, lift. Hands down, flow. High push up, low push up. Up dog, down dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior 1, left side. The clock has already started for 30 seconds. Yeah, exhale, hips low. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, chest, eyes high. Halfway there, hips low. Be in the experience of space and time. Last breath in. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Fill up. Empty out. Look at your thumbs, jump to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Fold. 1 pose, 1 breath, chair pose, tiny chair, breathe in. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, fill. Hands to your mat, exhale from high push up to low push up. Fill up. Empty out. Warrior 1, right side, 1 step, 1 root, 1 breath. Hands down, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior 1, left side, step big. Press down, reach up. Hands down you go, high to low. Time and space between movement and breath. So good, everyone. You'll take one more sun salutation B. One movement, one pose. You go with your breath. Everyone breathe in. Everyone breathe out. On your marks, get set. Jump to your thumbs. Half lift. Fold. Chair pose. Exhale, bow. Lengthen. Vinyasa. You'll take warrior one right side. You'll vinyasa. You'll take warrior one left side. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Space and time. Yeah, connect the two. The space between your hands and feet. The time on your mat. The time to move. The time to breathe. Good work, everyone. Breathe in, open your mouth, make some noise. Again, let go. Lift your right leg and look back and see your toes. Flex your back foot. Point your toes straight down towards your mat. Everyone close your hip more. So good. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Now flip your dog. Right foot comes down to the earth, spin around on your left tippy toes, set your eyes at your right thumb and create space between your fingers. Experience space and time right here. Breathe in, 3 breaths, inhale, exhale. Breath 2, breath 3, side plank, right hand down. Lift your top leg right out of the gate, 3 breaths, 1, 2, 3. Downward facing dog. So good. Inhale, exhale. Lift your left leg, look at your toes, flex your foot. Yeah, point, yeah, so good. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip your dog. Set your eyes to your left thumb. Space between your fingers. Space between your toes. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up. Side plank, left hand down. Lift your top leg. Bottom knee can be down. Lift your top leg and flex that foot. Space between your toes. Inhale, exhale. Fill up. Let it go. Last one. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step your right foot forward for crescent lunge. And create the foundation of your crescent lunge. Back heel, stack it up over your tippy toes like a little Barbie foot at the back of your mat. And take a really long stance from front to back. So your front thigh is parallel. Front thigh, yeah, so good, so good. Squeeze your inner thighs in. Reach your hands up, spread your fingers. The clock has already started here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, one more. Hands to heart center, twist right. Connect elbow to knee. Press your left hamstring up towards the ceiling. Open your arms for 3. 1, 2, 3. Warrior 2. Warrior 2. Set up your warrior 2. Shoulders down away from your ears. And we will be here for 60 seconds. Clock has already started. Stack your front knee over your front ankle. Yeah, go deep, hips low. Yeah, feel this. Feel this in your quad. Experience space and time. Clock has already started. We're at 15 seconds. Shoulders down away from your ears. Experience the space between your inhale and your exhale. We're at 30 seconds. Keep breathing. Yeah. Keep seeing your front fingernail. You have 20 seconds left. Space and time. 10. Stay with it. So strong, so determined. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. 5 of your breaths. Keep stacking your right knee over your right ankle. Go deep into that thigh. More. More. Press your right shin towards the front of the room. Lower your hips even more. So good, Courtney. Yes, Karen. Good work, Danielle. At the end of your 5th breath, vinyasa. Hands down, high push-up, low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Hips low. Fill up. Empty out. Again. Breathing. Hands to heart center, twist left. Open your arms. For 1, 2, 3. Warrior 2. Okay, the clock has already started. Warrior 2, shoulders down. Yeah, good, Courtney. Hips low, front thigh parallel with the earth. Really get into your front leg. Take a longer stance if you need to get more access to a low front thigh. Halfway there. Time and space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 10 seconds. It's like maybe 3 breaths. Be in the experience. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle, 5 of your breaths. At the end of your 5th breath, you'll flow. But for now, press your left shin towards the front of the room and take your hips lower. Lower. And when you've reached your 5th breath, you flow. And it's okay if you get caught up in thinking or you lose count. It's okay. You just begin again. Inhale. Exhale. Look at your thumbs, jump to your thumbs, halfway lift, fill up, fold, let it go. Chair pose, 1 breath, hands to center, twist to the right. 5 breaths. Inhale. Sit your hips lower. Exhale. That's 1. Fill up. Empty out. That's 2. Sit your hips even lower. Open your arms for the last 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. I heard that. Second to the last. Let it go. Last full breath in. Bow forward. Let it go. Halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Fold. Let it go. Chair pose. 1 breath. Hands to center. Twist left. Make that connection. 5 breaths. Hips down. That was 1. Exhale. Inhale. 2. Exhale. 2. Open your arms for the last 3. Exhale. 2 more. Last 1. Bow forward. Take your feet hips width distance apart. Grab a hold of your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Look at the back edge of your mat. Press your big toes into your fingers. And pull up on your big toes with your fingers to engage your arms from your shoulders to your fingertips. Release your big toes. Slide your palms all the way underneath your feet. Stand in your hands. And be aware of the time of you breathing, the time of you standing on your hands, and the space between your sit bones and your heel bones. Release gorilla pose and take forearm plank or crow. Forearm plank or crow for 30 seconds. The clock has already started. Forearm plank or crow. And I just ask that you be aware of the time and space between the top of your head, the bottoms of your feet, your ribs expanding and contracting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vinyasa, high to low. Good, Danielle. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ha. Ha. Breathe in. Breathe out and jump your feet to the backs of your wrists and back for 5 more full length hops. 1, 2. Good, Courtney. Yes, Karen. So good, Evie. 4, 5. Jump to the top of your mat. Stay there. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Bow forward. Let it go. Extended mountain. Hands to heart center. Set your eyes out on the wall. Take eagle right side. Eagle right side for 30 seconds. And squeeze with everything you've got. Squeeze into center line. Like you could collapse time and space with the crushingness of your squeeze. We're halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. And put all of your energy into squeezing into center line. Collapsing time and space. Crushing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eagle second set. 5 of your breaths. 5 of your breaths. And at the end of your 5th breath, change sides. And put more space between your inhale and your exhale. When you're complete, switch sides. 5 breaths, 5 full inhales, 5 full exhales. Good work. When you get to the end of your 5th breath, release and come to stand. Standing leg raise, right side. Take your right hand on your shin or grab your big toe with your first 2 fingers, your choice, your foot, your shin, and kick your foot forward. Open out to the side. Extend your left arm. And look at your left thumb. Come back to center, kick and reach, look up. Airplane pose, right leg back, arms back, palms down. Drop your right hip 2 inches. Yeah, flex your back foot, so good. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Half moon, left hand touch down on the block on the high setting. Keep flexing your right foot a lot. And stack, slowly stack your right hip up and over your left. Set your eyes up to your right thumb. And everyone take your right knee into your right armpit. Crunch your right knee really, really close in and reach back and grab a hold of your right ankle with your hand. Crunch in, and now that you've got the grip, go for it, try it. Got to take your knee in really close, and you can stay there. For the next 5 counts, set your eyes up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, good work, Coco. 4, 5, release, come to stand. You didn't quite make the grasp that side, maybe it will happen this other side. Drop the never, drop the can't, drop the whatever. Standing leg raise, left side. Take your shin, take your knee, take your toe, take it out, open. Extend your right arm. Look at your right thumb. Make more space between the sole of your extended foot and the fingers on your right hand. Yes. Come back to center. Kick, reach, look up. Airplane, arms back. Palms down, foot flexed. 2 more breaths. Half moon. Keep the aliveness, the space between your left 5 toes. Now everyone, pull your knee really close into your chest. Grab a hold of your shin or your ankle. Tuck it in. Good, Evie, yes. Stomp down through your bottom foot and kick your top foot into your hand. 1, 2, 3. Good work, Karen. 4, 5. Release. Come to stand. Good work. Shake it out. Reset time and space. Reset right here. Dancer pose, right side. Grab a hold of the inside of your right foot. Palm down. Palm out. And put your right toes on the ceiling. Imagine you could touch the front wall with your left fingers. Make more space between your toes and your fingertips. 3 more breaths. Switch sides. And you go. Land the pose. Elongate your inhale. 3 more. 2, 1. Come to stand. Dancer pose, right side, second set. Land dancer pose in your body. Fix your gaze at the wall out in front of you. And I will count to 10. And at the end of 10, your left fingers will be down on a block. You'll take your dancer down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Everyone come back up to standing and switch sides. Cat's out of the bag. 1. Land the pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for it. 6, 7. No time like the present. 8, 9, 10. Release. Good work. Tree pose. Tree pose. Take your tree. Foot, ankle, calf, inner thigh. Create center line. Reach your hands up. Set your eyes up. And I'll count to 5. See the wall behind you by 5. 1, 2, 3. Trust yourself. Go for it. 4, 5. Switch sides. And take your tree. Reach your hands up. Reach your eyes up. See what's behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to standing. Good work. Take a breath in. Let it go. Extended mountain. Now see the wall behind you. See it. What's back there? Bow forward. Let it go. Halfway lift. Inhale. Vinyasa high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward for triangle. And put space in between your feet. A really wide triangle. Bring your right fingertips to that block. Block on the outside of your front shin. Tall setting. Love the tall setting for the triangle. Back foot's parallel with the short edge of your mat. Good. Yeah, widen your stance. Yeah, reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. See what's up there. Put a softness in your knees. Oh, so good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Empty. Come up to standing. Point your right toes to the left side of your mat. Side facing wide angle forward fold. Widen your feet. Put space between your toes, between the inner arches of your feet. And breathe in. And breathe out. Filling up. Emptying out. 2 more. Rise up to standing. Point your right toes to the front of your mat. Left foot halfway up. Feet are wide. Space from side to side. Space front to back. Reach up. Fold over your front thigh. 3 more breaths. Twisting triangle, 3 full breaths. Left hand, take it to a block or spider your fingers. So good. Reach your right hand up. That's 2nd breath. 3rd breath. Stay for an extra juicy one right here. Now plant your hands and flow, high to low. Up dog. Down dog. Step your left foot forward for triangle left side, a really big triangle left side. Using the block, creating space for your side body with the tools. Yeah, the tools that are here for you. And where can you get more space in your practice? The block will give it to you for sure. Inhale, rise up to standing. Point all of your toes to the right side of your mat. And point your toes out to 10 and 2. Take goddess pose, goddess squat. Yeah, press your knees towards your back body. Feel this in your groins. Lower your hips. Lift the front of your pelvis. Oh, yes. Lift your right heel 1 inch. Lift your left heel 1 inch. Lift both heels 2 inches, lower your hips 3 inches. Be here for 15. 1, 2, 3, time and space, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Heels down, reach up. Fold forward. Take 3 full breaths. Good work, everyone. Last huge breath in. Let it go. And come up to standing. Create pyramid pose. Point your left toes forward. Right foot halfway up your mat. Space between your feet from left to right. And fold. 3 huge breaths. Put more space between your inhale and your exhale. At the end of your 3rd breath, take twisting triangle for 3 full breaths. Be in the experience of the space between your inhale and your exhale. At the end of your 3rd breath and twisting triangle, you flow. Good work. Good work. High plank, 30 seconds. Clock had already started. As soon as I said high plank, the clock had already started. Put more space between the top of your head and the bottoms of your feet. Breathe in and out of your nose. We're halfway there. And can you put more space in your practice by letting go of whatever you restrict yourself with? 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to your mat. Take a rest. Arms back, palms down. Put one ear on your mat. Let your neck be long. Locust pose, number 1 of 2. Rise up. And put more space between you and the floor. With each inhale, your chest lifts more, your feet lift more, your breath gets bigger. 2 more. Last one. Lower all the way down, put your other ear down on the mat. Locust pose, your 3 breaths. Rise up. 3 of your breaths. Breathing in, lowering down, breathing out. Floor bow. Bend your knees, grab your feet, your ankles, or your shins. Yeah, flex your feet like you could stamp them on the ceiling. And then magnetize your thighs to the earth. Put your feet on the ceiling, thighs on the earth. Rise up. For 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Floor bow. Take your floor bow up and into the center. And take your floor bow from the center to the right. By any means necessary, get over onto your right side. More, all the way, so that your ear is on the floor. Oh, so good. Come back to center. Get the other side. Whatever it takes, get there. Let go of what's restricting you, what comes up and says, Come back to center. Release. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a three-legged dog. Something that feels good right here. Get both sides if you took a three-legged dog. And then we're headed for camel. Come down to your knees. Lift your chest up, eyes up, see the back wall. Take one heel, take both heels for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come out of camel. Park your butt on your heels. Take a breath in, breath out. Camel second set, go up. Do something different. Maybe interlace your hands behind you, maybe cactus your arms. Be in the experience of time and space. Good work. And come out of camel. Sit, park, breathe. And then make your way onto your back and set up bridge pose. Rise up, bridge pose. Lift your hips up. Shimmy your shoulders together. Create less space between your shoulder blades, the tips of your shoulder blades, and create more space down the back of your neck. Good. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. We'll do one more bridge, one more wheel. 60 seconds. Choose your pose and rise up, beginning now. The clock has already started. Put space between your inhale and your exhale and just be aware of time and space. No more, no less. "40 seconds left. Halfway point. Keep breathing in and out of your nose and just be aware of the space between your inhale and your exhale. 15 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down and take Supta Baddha Konasana. Good work. Good work. Happy baby. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. And for the next 2 minutes, the time has already started, I invite you to take whatever core exercise you want to take, whether it's pulsing up towards your toes, whether it's scissor legs, 30-60 legs, abdominal twists, high boat to low boat, you choose. The clock has already started. We're already 15 seconds in. No time like the present. This is your opportunity to create the fire in your belly by your choosing. You are choosing how to devote your time and your space to yourself, freeing yourself from the restrictions, the blockages, the locked into a way of being, what you think you can or cannot do. This is your opportunity to move, to make something happen that wasn't going to happen anyway. 60 more seconds for more crunches, more high boats, more low boats, more 30, 60 legs, scissor legs. Whatever you want to do to make the sensation in your abdominals noticeable. Yeah, for you, nobody else. And notice the freedom of choosing. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds to make something happen. Willingly, joyfully, by your own choosing. Keep moving, keep breathing. Last 10 seconds to make it happen. Do the thing that you wanted to do that maybe you haven't quite gotten there yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from back, left to right. Massage your low back. And then take reclined half pigeon or traditional half pigeon. If you want to come through downward facing dog to get to regular pigeon, do that. If you want to stay on your back and take half pigeon, do that. Do that. What could you have access to on your mat or off your mat if you put in more time and space? If you allowed for freedom and curiosity instead of the walls and borders of never, can't, won't. Switch sides. Double pigeon or seated figure 4. So come up to seated at the top of your mat. And either you stack your shins with your top ankle on the outside of your bottom knee. If this is too much, then you'll take seated figure 4. Can you bring your top ankle to the outside of your bottom knee? So take your knees a little closer together. You feel it right here in your hip flexors for real. Karen. Yeah. Switch sides. Frog pose. Take your knees out the long way on your mat. So everybody spin around and face the street. And create right angles with your legs, your thighs, your shins, your feet. Flex your feet, pull your toes up, towards your kneecaps. 5 full breaths. At the end of your 5th breath, come out of frog. And you'll set up seated single leg extension. One leg extended out long, the other foot to your inner thigh. Reach and fold forward. Switch sides. Seated forward fold. Both feet reach and fold. Reverse tabletop. Fish pose. Hands into your sit bones, forearms down, chest lifts. And come out of fish and choose your inversion. You can come down to your back, put a block underneath your tailbone and send your legs up to the ceiling, simple waterfall pose. If headstand is in your practice, do that. Shoulder stand, go there. Simple waterfall. Could be just right today. And I used to get really locked into like a way of being, like where I knew that I was never gonna take yoga. Yoga was not for me. I was never gonna be a yoga teacher. I was never gonna move to Tampa, right? All this stuff that I put in my own way by being so certain and knowing. And I invite you to look at where you're certain that your way is the only way, or your way of not being is the only way of being, through never, could, shan't, shouldn't, won't, all of that. I put it to you that those words are restrictives. You're creating your own little personal prison with those words and locking yourself out of life. I did it. I invite you to not do it. Slowly come down out of your inversion. Headstanders take child's pose for 3 full breaths. And then everyone slowly make your way to your back. Take a super big stretch, time and space between your hands and feet. And then you'll take a simple twist to the right. Hug one knee in, both knees in. Simple supine twist. And then you'll twist to the left. And come back to center, Supta Baddha Konasana. And then set your body up for stillness. Whatever shape that you want to take in order to come into your final resting pose, into deep rest, into your Shavasana. Create that shape. And for the next few minutes, just be here. If you get caught up in thinking, that's fine. Come back to your breath. Allow for time. Allow for space. And come back into this space. And roll to one side. And come up to a simple seat at the top of your mat and bring your hands to heart center. And we'll seal the container of this class with the sound of 3 ohms. Bring your thumb tips to your forehead center. Take a huge breath in. Exhale, bow. Thank you, Danielle, Coco, Karen, Courtney, and Evie. And to quote Romeo Void, never say never. Give yourself a big hand. Thank you so much for being here and taking part in time and space.